Yeah, good day everyone. Trust we're all doing good. Welcome back to our channel, and first of all, please, I want to beg you to subscribe to our page, follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, on YouTube. Subscribe to our channels. We have many things for everybody. We have a lot of things for everyone. Welcome back to the channel today. So first, it was the last time we had it together. We all enjoyed it. So today we'll be having another one, and I'm believing that today will be better than the one we did the last time. So first, what we want to do today is to look at some questions that people commonly ask us when we go for seminars. The married, the singles, they commonly ask questions. So that will be considering a lot of them today. I think someone asked, say, what is the primary reason for marriage? Primary reason for marriage, we gave the floor open and a lot of people contributed. It happened that many people, it's like they get married for many wrong reasons. In the sense that some people don't believe, some get married because of sex. Some people marry because they think they are of age, their mates are getting married, and they need to also get their own wife or their husband. Some people because of family, friends, pressure. When your dad, your mother, your father, your siblings, brethren, they're monitoring you with calls, so many things. When are you coming home with somebody? When are you bringing that woman home? When is she coming? When is he coming? Things like that. Pressure can cause many people to begin to think of marriage even when they are not actually prepared for the marriage. It's something that today we want to look at it this way, to see how possible, what is the best reason for marriage. And I will say this, God originated marriage, so you cannot start marriage without mentioning God. God formed marriage. According to the good book, the Bible, He told us that after God created the heavens and the earth, and God also made man in His own image, and the man was alone. This man could not get a suitable companion, and God gave him the primary assignment to begin to name all the animals. So the man was busy. Name the cow, name the lion, name everything. So at the end of the whole day, the man could not get a suitable partner. He was so alone. Though there was dogs around, there were goats around, other things, other creatures were there, but the man could not get himself a very suitable partner. And God Himself saw that the man, it is not good for a man to be alone. And God said, I will make the man a help meet for him, a help suitable for him. And that is the primary reason for marriage. So the reason for marriage is companionship. The man needs a helper, someone you can communicate with, someone you can begin to do things with. So that is the primary reason for marriage. So let me just state it very clear. It is for companionship. It's no longer the way you used to come back and you manage your bed all to yourself. Nobody quarrels with you. No. Nobody asks you. You're just on your own. When a man or a woman comes into your life as a husband or a wife, it's no longer the same way it used to be. That is when a life is starting. So that is it. It's for companionship. And many people have entered marriage for wrong reasons. Yeah, I read something somewhere, and I will make it more lively so that we can also enjoy it and communicate. I'm believing that by next time we will do this, I will have to do it. It will be live. That people will send their questions and we'll answer them. We'll do it lively. It will be on live. That because of big bum, you know what I mean by that? Yeah, big bum. You heard me. And big breast. Some men have entered wrong marriage. Though it sounds very funny anyway, but I will tell you the truth that these things, they are true. They are very true, very much true. And somebody was not asking, is there something like sexual compatibility? Like someone will say, let's sleep with each other. I want to test the woman I want to marry. I want to know the ability of the man I want to marry. Let's see if we are sexually compatible. And someone was not asking us, is there anything like sexual compatibility? Well, I'll be honest with you and I will tell you the truth. There is nothing like sexual compatibility, like they used to say it. Yeah, what we have is sexual commitment. Yes. And that is a language that made many to go astray. Yes, I will say that. In the sense that the man will tell them, prove that you love me. Let's see if we are compatible on bed. And the man will begin to teach the woman, or the woman will begin to teach the man. In fact, a friend told me something I will not forget. I discovered that when she was about to wed and she was already pregnant. So she was not telling me that what actually happened was that the man told her that he wants to have a relationship without sex till he's married. And they were keeping it that way. But her friends now came and now told her, say, this your fiancé or your boyfriend or your whatever that is saying that you want to be celibate, want to stay away from sex till marriage. Are you sure he's a man? Are you very sure that this one is a man? I say, it's good to go and test. Be sure that he's a man. Go and be sure. Check. So he now went to confirm. And to God may have it, he came out with pregnancy. So to prove that the man was actually a man. And I don't know, devil have so deceived this generation that they believe that if you check social medias where matters like this are raised, you'll be surprised to see things like, can you have a man? Can you agree to marry a man you've not slept with? And you will see girls saying, I know, I have to test, I have to be sure. I have to test, I have to be sure. In fact, one said it one day, and I asked her, I said, are you now wiser than God that created you? Who God said that we should abstain from sex till we are married. Sex is actually for the marriage. So, nothing like sexual compatibility is sexual commitment. Just take that one from me before I move on. Yes, we are open to learning. So far, your partner is willing to learn. Willing to learn. You are not stiff. You want to learn, you can learn together. I don't know. This thing is, maybe a day I will have to bring out and give us a video on this. I'm trying to see how I will achieve that anyway. But there is nothing like sexual compatibility. It is sexual commitment. Take that one from me. Sexual commitment. Be open to learn. Once your partner is telling you something, be open to learn. All the experiences, in fact, I will tell us something that will not shock us now. One of the major reasons a lot of homes are being wrecked today is because of sex. And ask me how, I would answer. A woman came on a platform and asked a question. What was the question? She said that she is she have this relationship with a man, and she described the man as everything a woman needs, and as a husband, that the man is so good, so caring, so nice, and to add it all, the man loves her. But there's a problem. The lady now said the problem is that the man, he discovered that the man manhood, yes, is not too big when they had sex. And she's already used to big size. And she now said that because of that, and she doesn't want to shit on the man in marriage, so she's now planning to quit the relationship whereby the man have proposed marriage to her. And she came to seek opinion of people. Like, her problem is that she doesn't want to shit on the man in marriage. Like, the size she saw there could not satisfy her. And of course, when questions like that comes up on social media, a lot of contributions will come, a lot of comments will come. So something occurred to me, and I said something within me. The only reason this woman was so bothered about the size was because she have gathered so much experience. She have tasted other sizes before, and it's now a problem. Now that is a good man that she would love to marry, but because she's not convinced about the size, or let's say she's not satisfied with what she saw, it's now a problem. And if, for example, that this woman was still a virgin, I'm of course very sure that it won't be an issue. In fact, she may not even know there are different sizes. Yes, that is just the truth. The reason why she's bothered is because she have seen something bigger than that before, and she have gotten used to it already. And which is why it is not good when you have multiple sex partners. You know, you don't know what God is still bringing your path. Maybe it's a man. You don't know the size of the other is coming your way. So that's why it pays to be sexually pure. Yeah, aside the fact that fornication is a sin, it's also good. It helps you to put your body under check. So sex is not a reason for marriage. Like some people, you know, I said it earlier before that because of big bum bum and big breasts, some men have entered wrong relationships, wrong marriages, wrong. Because I don't know what people actually see in big, all this oversized. I don't know what they see there. And which is making our girls these days to begin to now, you know, they go outside their way to make the men happy. Where a woman will go and spend up to like 3 million naira, 4 million, 5 million, like I had for surgery. We all heard of the one that just happened, that happened last week, where a young promising lady died after a surgery. Please, ladies, let's be careful. Please be careful. Be careful. You cannot be more perfect than God. Everything in your body is designed by God. God have designed you the way you look so beautiful. You know, after God created everything, He said the man is good. Yes. So don't go tell God that He's not a good creator, that you're better than Him. Anyway you see your body, use it that way. It is for your own good. So please take note and don't hurt yourself again. And funny enough, you do all these things for the men. And some of you will argue it is not for the man. No, it's for my self-confidence on this. No. Be original. Be original. It pays to be original. Now, like other reasons for marriage, I think I've said it. Don't think somebody was not asking us what is the age that a man will reach, and they will say that the man is up to the age of marriage. If I should ask it now, if I should ask you that is watching the age that a man will get to, they will say the man is up to the age of marriage. You know, commonly we hear like when a man is 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 and above, that the man is up to the age of marriage. Well, that may be true, but I don't quite agree with that. I don't agree with that. Marriage actually have no age. Marriage is for a matured man and a matured woman. Age of marriage have to do with maturity. That you as a woman, you are 20, 21, 22, 24, 30, above, does not mean you are ready for marriage. It's more of psychological. You have to be ready mentally. You have to be mature to handle home before you think of settling down. And someone was now telling me that in fact he doesn't want to get married to any lady that is less than 30. He said because a lot of them do misbehave. I said, well, it's got nothing to do with age. Sometimes you will see a lady of 18, 20 that is more mature than a lady of 40. Yeah, the way she understood life much more than the way a lady of 40 does. And you will see some men at the age of 40, 38, 37, they are so immature, they can't even take decision and stand by their decision. Or when they take decision, just check their decision, it's not even correct. You're not ready for marriage. You have to be mentally ready. So majority, don't allow them to deceive you that, oh, you're of age, go and marry. No. You're not of age when you are not sound mentally. You have to be sound for you to know that you're ready for marriage. So don't be deceived at all. And of course, it's not because of children. You don't marry because you want to have children. If that's the reason you're settling, that is a problem, because now it's a problem. What if you're married and there is delaying? That's why you see some men. I think I've seen where a man was so disturbing the wife. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know this. I don't know this. And of course, whenever we see couple that are not yet having children, all attention, all eyes are always on the women, that they're the problem. And of many men too are contributing to the problem. Many men. So, and the woman will be going for checkup. Even in the church, they will say, where are the women that are looking for the fruit of the womb? They are waiting parents. Only the women will come out, and the husband will sit down. I don't know. many a times, the women will go to the husband that they are okay. Nothing is wrong with them. Then the man that thought he's actually okay, the same man will go and they will tell you that he's not okay. It's not by you looking healthy. Some people are not actually okay. Some people are not just okay. Some people are not okay. So don't marry because of children. Children are heritage. They come, they are like extras. If they come, you appreciate God that they are around. But don't get married because you want to have children, want to start having children. Like some parents will tell their son or their daughter, say, go and give me grandchildren. It's good though that they should carry their grandchildren, but that shouldn't be your reason of getting married. It's for companionship. You need to start building your home. You need that woman around, you need that man around to build your home. You need to start living as a responsible man, like somebody who is in charge of something now. So that should be the first reason. At least communication wise, you are ready. Mentally, you are okay. You want to have somebody in your life that you want to share things with. You want to share your moment with. You want to share your sorrow with. You want to share everything. That is marriage. You want to share your money. You want to share your problem. Everything that you own now, you share with the person. So that is the reason for marriage. So don't be deceived again, please. If somebody is disturbing you, go and marry, go and marry, go and marry. Be sure that you are also ready, that you need a companion, not because you are of age. It's not about age. And another question there was asked is, and someone was asking, say, can there be good relationship without sex? Well, I would say yes. The answer is yes. There can be good relationship, and sex will not be involved. And of course, you know, our generation has so much magnified sex. We've messed things up. We've really messed things up so much, so much. So you will meet somebody today, you know, the way they engage in sex now these days is very alarming. Someone you meet today, the same day you want to take the person to your bedroom to go and have sex with him or her. And somebody, you know, in fact, somebody will come to your house for the very first time that said that even to have sex on the first date is not a bad thing. And sex is not a yardstick to love. There is no relationship between love and sex, actually. Yes, I will say that. It may sound very new to you, but that's actual truth. Sex is for the married. There can be relationship and there will be no sex. It's just a matter of choice. So there can be relationship and there will be no sex. It's very possible. It's very achievable. Very, very much possible. Don't be deceived by anybody. I learned that a lady came to ask one day what was the question. She now said that her boyfriend, she said she was I think 21 years or 22 years, that her boyfriend had been disturbing her for sex. Now the boyfriend birthday was now forthcoming, and the boyfriend now proposed to her and said, what will you give me for my birthday as gift? The lady was actually still a virgin at that time, and the boyfriend now told her, said, the only acceptable gift that you will give me that I will accept on my birthday is your virginity. So it became a problem. Now she came online and she was now asking us, say, how will she do it? How will she meet the boyfriend? How will she have sex? That she learned that it used to be very painful. That how can she now have sex that the thing will not pain her? Omo, I was so bothered when I saw it. That question came so surprisingly. She wasn't actually bothered about the demand of the boyfriend. Her concern is that how will she now engage in sex that it will not pain her. So it was a big problem anyway. People were not kind of, in fact, at the end of their story, she now said, don't ask me to go back to school, that I'm already a graduate. So the lady I got to when I saw the message, I was so kind of confused. I said, wow, her problem is not actually the boyfriend's demand, is not her problem, but how she can approach it. I said, this generation, we have so much lost it. In fact, the confidence, imagine her level of confidence that she could come out and be asking us this kind of question. I said, wow, this is very serious. This is very much serious. So, like I've said before, please, let's take this one from me. Sex is not the yardstick to love. It shouldn't be the reason why you're getting married. It shouldn't be. If the reason you're getting married because of sex is a problem, it's a very big problem. Even in marriage, I will tell us the truth, even in marriage, some things will happen in marriage. You may stay up to a week, 2, even 1 month. And that is where people don't know. The singles don't know this. They'll say that once I marry, so every day, morning, afternoon, night. Imagine, I tell you the truth, when you are faced with the responsibilities, when you are faced with issues in marriage, you may stay 1 month if not touch your wife. You may stay 1 month if not touch your wife. In fact, the woman will come. No. A pastor was preaching and they said, if you're the type that works, you live in the mainland, you live in Lagos State, and you are going to work in the island, you wake up 5 o'clock to go to work, and to come back maybe by 9 or 10 p.m. Going to work, you spend 3 hours, 4 hours on the traffic. Coming back, you spend another 4 hours, 3 hours on the traffic. You think the next thing in your mind is to go and start having sex? No way. The pastor said it, Pastor Kingsley. He said that even your bed will look like a naked woman to you. Your bed will look more seductive. The bed will look more attractive to you than your wife. You want to just rest. So the reason to marry shouldn't be about sex. I've told us nothing like sexual compatibility, sexual commitment we need. Be open to learn. So please have that at the back of your mind. There can be good relationship without sex. Yes, I've said that again. Okay, there can be good relationship without sex. It's not about sex. It's not about sex. Sex is for the married. In fact, one way to know if your partner have self-control is how much they can endure sex. They can endure without sex. It's one way to even know. Some people cannot stay away from, they can't endure, even as singles, for 1 week, 2 weeks, they can't control it. And of course, marriage is not a substitution to lust. It's not a substitute to lust. Not possible. A man who is not faithful in relationship when it's during courtship can never be faithful in marriage. Some people will tell you, I stayed 1 month now. What is it? I can't. I'm a man. If you're a man, go and marry. Don't be deceiving sisters that you're a man. In fact, they will come up with some lies that they are carriers of life. That the sperm that the body is producing is in millions per day. That if he doesn't ejaculate, that he will be having a heavy scrotum. They are deceiving you. Don't agree to them. If that thing is actually true, that the body works that way, God is a perfect God. He makes the body. We own the body. God does not own us. So I tell you the truth. Don't agree to that thing again. Doesn't know that it's not true. There can be relationship that is even very fantastic without sex. And the next question I have here is virgins are no longer valued in our society today. Why? That would be a very big question. I must say this. Virgins are no longer celebrated. When I was small, the way things used to be before, they're no longer the same way now. Then, if a single person is no more a virgin and people get to know about it, the way they will be looking at her as though she have committed the highest sin on earth. Just for example, where a single person became pregnant, maybe got pregnant, and they got pregnant. To us then is a very big problem, very big issue. The girl cannot even come out in the daytime. Most of them stay indoor because of shame. How people will look at her that she's not married and she's pregnant. But today is something else entirely. It's just something different, very something else. In fact, we now have a name for the single mama, single mothers. Of course, not like I have issue with that. I know it's something, of course, once days are unfolding and things are going to change. I understand. But the way we celebrate virgins then is not the same way now. Then, if a lady comes out and says she's 25, she's 30 and still a virgin, it's not actually like a new thing. In fact, she's expected to be virgin. When she's married, she's celebrated as a virgin. But today, I don't know, even secondary school now, if you begin to check secondary students, girls, guys that are still virgin, you know, when I say virgin, our mind always go to the ladies, that we're talking about the ladies. That if a man is a virgin, you will not even know. Well, the truth is that a man can be virgin, a woman can be virgin. Now, down to secondary school, even primary school. You know, a lady told me something one day. She said that at a market in Lagos State called Lagos, Nigeria, called Oyibo Market, that a lady came to preach. It was a friend that actually told me, a man that told me this story. He said the lady came to preach, and when she was done preaching, and she now said she wants to give some gifts to the single ladies around that are still virgin. And she now said, if you are here and you are a virgin, step out. She wanted to give them some big gift. To her greatest surprise, in fact, she started, he said, if you're up to 25 here, 25 and above, and you're still a virgin, just come and collect the gift. Of all the crowd, nobody could come out. She now said, okay, from 20 upward, you are 20 and above, and you're still a virgin, come out. To their greatest surprise, and we have young girls there, so many of them, no one there could come out. And she now said, okay, from 15 to 20. In fact, it got to a point, she mentioned 13 years to 13 upward, and you're still a virgin. And in the midst of the crowd, there were so many young girls there, so many young, though she was focusing on the girls alone that day only. In fact, some mamas there were so astonished that they started touching the young ones there. Say, you go out now, are you not a virgin? Immediately they touch anyone, she basically will sneak back. That is to say, they're not virgin again, even at 13, 14, 15. And I was so surprised when I heard the story. Do you know in secondary school now that they boast, the boys and girls, they boast the number of people they have slept with? Yeah, it's happening in secondary school now. It's very common now. Where they were, a boy will come out. Sorry, I'm using the word man. The boy will come out and say that I have slept with this person, I have slept with this person, and his friends will be encouraging him, they'll be shaking him. You're a man, you are this, you're this. And you will see where a secondary girl student is to a girl student is also boasting. And you know, even in secondary school, in SS1, and somebody will say, I'm still a virgin. Her colleagues will be laughing, they'll be mocking her. At this your age, you're still a virgin. She know they catch you. Are you not ashamed of yourself? At this age, you're a virgin. So today, virginity now is like, if you look at it, it's not a theme of shame. But I tell us the truth, it's not a theme of shame. So let's be guided. And someone asked me, we did a video on it, which I know very soon we'll upload it, where a virgin girl came to seek counseling. And she now said, it's obvious that people don't longer, when they post anything about virginity on Facebook, on any this thing, come and watch out the comments from people. Say, who virginity help? Who virginity help? Virginity ends in one night. This. It's not a virtue, it's not this, it's not this. Please, my dear, don't be deceived. Virginity is still a virtue. A godly one at that, not just ordinary virtue. Yes, it is. But because the fact that many people have lost theirs, you know, the reason why the devil is actually fighting the Christians not to enter heaven is because the devil have been there before. And he lost the opportunity. So he wants every one of us to join him in the hell. So that's the problem. So because you've lost your own, they are now encouraging as much as possible. They are encouraging people to join them so they can also lose their own. Virginity is a virtue. But I told the girl something. I said, listen, when you give a gold, like gold to a learner, to an amateur who doesn't know the worth of gold, they will abuse it. Maybe I should tell you a story of a woman that the brother who lives abroad got a phone for. He was demanding phone from the brother. The brother sent her phone, a Samsung phone. She doesn't know the worth of this phone because she did not buy it. They gave it to her. And this woman was using the phone with her children. You know, when she would use the phone, the children will also use the phone. They were using the phone that way. And one day the phone crashed and the screen condemned. The woman came to Computer Village to come and fix her phone. She came there and I think she have with her about 5,000 or 10,000 naira to come and fix the phone. And she got to Ikeja. She brought out the phone. And they say, this phone, the screen is not even in the market too. There's only one place you will get the screen. But if you get it there, the screen is not less than 90,000 naira. In fact, the woman was so angry with the guy that told him that I said that thing. Say, look at you. Even if you want to shoot somebody, at least shoot with the fear of God. She was so angry, she called and she left the place. But eventually she got the screen on the market, she got it in the market. And she now asked the price. They told her it is 85,000 last. It was at that point she now knew the value of the phone they gave her. She never knew the worth. And she was messing it up with her children. And she could not even afford to fix the phone. What did she do? She have to dump the phone and bought a small phone. So the same thing goes to, and somebody was not asking, Jesus came because of sinners, right? But why didn't he also come from maybe the womb of a harlot? Why must he come from through a virgin? You need to answer that question yourself. So virginity is a virtue, and don't begin to think that it's no longer valued. No, it's still valued. Of course, when you present a virgin to somebody who doesn't know the word of virginity, then there's a problem. He will just make mess of it. So don't be discouraged. The society is making it look as if they don't value them any longer. They still value them. Heaven still celebrate virgins. Yes. And of course, when you get married as a virgin, there is this love, there is this trust you will get from your husband, from your wife. Yes. So please, if you're a virgin, don't give up. Don't mind this thing they tell you every day that no, it's not a virtue, it's not this, it's not, it's still a virtue. Yeah, thank you. So another question we have is say, okay, where is the place of sex in relationship? There is no place for sex in relationship. That's just the answer. It's a straight answer. Don't be deceived. There is no place for sex in relationship except it is marriage relationship. If it's just like courtship, boyfriend, girlfriend, there is no place for sex. It is not for sex. It's not for people that are not married. It's for only the marriage. And somebody is not asking you, prove your love to me. Let me show you, girls, let me teach you how to prove love to your fiancé, to your boyfriend. You can prove love to them by praying for them. Yes. When you pray for them, you are proving that you love them. For you to mention his name in your prayer, show that you love him through you're telling God to bless him. You can prove your love to him. If you have money, you can afford gift by gifting him something. Yes. That's another way to prove love to him. You can also prove love to him by supporting him. Maybe by idea, you have an idea that will move him forward in life. Some people have money, don't know how to manage it. By teaching him management skill, by improving his life. That is a way of showing love. If he's demanding you to remove your pants, so that is a proof that you're showing love. He's not telling you the truth. He's lying to you. Please take note. Removing pants is not a way of proving love. It's not true. So please take note. Take very note of that. The place of sex in relationship is when you're married. You have access to it. So don't be deceived. Another question is getting pregnant before marriage. Is it right? Wow. I think what I just answered now have just answered it, but I will just say it. We're in a generation that people are now scared. They want to be sure that the woman is still fertile, so that they are not asking you to get pregnant first, so that they will marry you once you're pregnant. Well. And someone will say that it's working for some people. Well, I don't see it that way. I see it in a different way. Getting pregnant before marriage. God said something in the Holy Book. He said, marriage is honorable and the bed undefiled. A man, I heard the story. What did he do? He pressured the wife to be that the only way I can marry you is that you must be pregnant. He said, once you are pregnant, then I will pay your bride price and I will do everything. The man was actually ready to marry the woman, but he wants to be sure that the woman is fertile. And this is something we could have asked God. God will not allow you to marry somebody who will give you problem. But because we are so smart and we want to push God away from the marriage, and he was able to persuade the lady. She gave in to that idea, and the man got her pregnant. And of course, once the pregnancy comes, he now rushed every other thing, did the traditional marriage and did the white wedding and everything, and they moved in together. But he didn't know there was a shock waiting for him in the marriage. what was the shock? After 2 months or so, the woman started bleeding. It was not miscarriage. I think it's called a epitope pregnancy, something like that. I don't know if I get that name very well. Now she got to the hospital. The baby, instead of forming in the womb, formed inside the fallopian tube. Oh, and they told the man that this one is a very critical case, that they have to operate the woman to remove the baby. They have to flush the baby out of their system. That the baby cannot survive inside the fallopian tube. And of course, once the baby is the bigger the baby, the risk, the tendency that the woman might even go with the baby. Of course, once it comes to that kind of level, the woman's life matters before the baby. So they told the man, they carried the surgery on the woman and they flushed the baby out of her system. And this man was claiming to be so wise that the woman should be pregnant before anything. So at the course of the surgery, they discovered something. At the course of scanning, yes, the woman has 2 fallopian tubes. You know, women have 2 fallopian tubes in their system, in their body. Now, the one that the baby formed was the healthy one. The other one wasn't healthy. And the gynecologist told the man that what I'm seeing here, the fallopian tube I'm seeing there cannot carry. It's not capable to carry egg. That egg cannot pass the other one because it's not healthy. Now, after they turn on the fallopian tube, I don't know, maybe it was a mistake they made or something, but they got that even the fallopian tube, that even the other one too, have been condemned. The egg could no longer pass there. And I tell you the truth, I think they waited. The marriage is up to like 18-20 years now, and they've not have another baby have not come. In fact, since that time, no pregnancy. And when I heard the story, I was not asking, but the man was very smart. How could he be facing this kind of challenge? It's actually very unfortunate anyway. It's good you trust God. Bible said, it said, trust the Lord your God with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. But this guy was leaning in his own understanding, on his own understanding. He wants to show the God that he's very smart, that's even smarter than God, which was not a problem. Instead of him to settle down with the woman God have given him, he wants to be sure that this one is a woman. He wants to test. And of course, successfully he did the test. But he could not tell what was awaiting. So pregnancy before marriage, like I would tell people, I said, if your fiancé have given you a condition that except you're pregnant, he will not wed you, he will not marry you, he will not pay your bride price, is a signal that God is not in that union. Because God can never give you a man that will give you such a condition. The blessing of God maketh rich and added no sorrow. So there is no how God will give you a man and the man will leave you because you don't want to be pregnant before he marries you. So it's a sign that God is not even there in the first place. It's a very big sign. If you are the type that is very sensitive, it's enough for you to quit whatever you have with that person. That one is not okay. It's a very wrong. A good heart cannot project that kind of utterance. So let's be guided. Now, the next question here is my partner loves sex so much. Now this for the marriage. He said, my partner loves sex so much, what should I do? Wow. Issue of sex in marriage. Sex is very good in marriage. It brings couple together. But when it is excess, that is what we call libido. Sometimes it's good you understand the libido of your partner. Then you also have to consider them. If as a man you have a higher libido, or as a woman you have a higher libido than your husband, it's also good you consider your partner. There are people who are capable to have sex 5 times a day for 1 week. There are people who are capable to have it 2 times in a week. There are people who are capable to have it only once a month. There are people who only time they want to have sex is when they're ready to have children. So you understanding, and this is where counseling comes in before marriage, because during counseling they discover all these things. By the time they ask you some questions, by the time you read some books, by the time you respond to some activities, they will be able to tell your libido, to know how much you can sacrifice, how much you can stay. And this one is actually very, very important. This thing is causing a lot of issue in marriage. Very big issue in marriage. Very big issues. A lot of issues in marriage because of this, whereby the man needs more and the woman is not meeting up, or the woman needs more and the man is not meeting up. Now this is where understanding comes in. This is where, I mean, serious understanding needs to be considered. Like a woman was saying, she said it, that the husband doesn't allow him to rest. In the morning he will disturb, in the afternoon he will disturb, in the night he will disturb. This kind of a thing, we always advise the man to also consider the woman, to consider. Don't always assume that what is there now is not just to open leg. Just to open leg. It's beyond the opening of leg. Sex is emotional, it's psychological. So you have to relate with the person. Be sure that the person is also ready emotionally, ready from the heart, psychologically. If it's just by opening leg for you, closing the leg, I'm sure you may not even enjoy it. So you have to connect with her emotionally. There should be some connection. There should be some heart-to-heart connection. So it's time you also start understanding her, understanding him, knowing his strength. Don't try to drag her, to extend it too much. You may break her down. So that she doesn't. Some women, because of this, they've been faking some kind of traveling. They want to travel, they want to go and see this person just to avoid the home. Like we heard story of a man who, the woman came out and said that the husband is, I think, about 60 years old. That this man started this thing when they got married at their early marriage. That the man will always disturb every day, even till 60. That the man still disturb. The man will wake up in the morning. In fact, she will still be sleeping. The man already started touching her. She's waking up. Even if the man no, the man will start begging. The man will do, he will have his way. He will go out. Sometimes because the place of work is very close to the house. In the afternoon, he will not call the wife. Say, honey, are you in the house? He might be begging her, can I come? Should I come? Should I come? You just took one in the afternoon, in the morning, no. Just under 4, 5, 6 hours interval. He's already on the phone with the wife. He said, honey, please, I'm feeling somehow. Please, I want to come home. Are you there? You start begging the wife, you just come home. He will collect one, he will still go back to the office again. Of course, in the night, he will not come back. After shower, the wife will say, your food is ready. He will not be telling her, let me eat this one before I eat the food. And the wife will not becoming very uncomfortable that it's no longer easy for her. Now, that man, sometimes you have to, maybe because of the things we always put in our mind, when you don't engage your mind with something constructive, you just put everything about you is about sex, about your wife, about her body, about this. No. You have to, not every time you come together with your wife, it must not end in sex. You can have a good play with your wife, good communication, you can play with her, you can do things with her. Just understand her, know her strength, relate with her according to her strength. Then also, you as a woman, as a man, who is not meeting up, do as much as possible to also upgrade. Don't always turn your partner down. In fact, you don't have to turn your partner down. It's not normal to turn them down. That thing have led to so many problems in marriage. You don't have to turn them down. Explain things to them. If it's not convenient, as they come, don't be hostile. Don't shout. Don't walk out. No. Just explain to them calmly. Please, baby, can we just try maybe tomorrow? I'm not fit for this now. With a good voice, with a good tone, relate to them. If you're sick, tell them you are sick. Don't be like, oh, no, what's it? Leave me. It's not right. They have right to demand from you. They have the right. And of course, if your husband, your wife is faithful, of course, that is even the more reason you need to answer them when they're in need. You know, those faithful ones. Those faithful ones. And because of these things, some weak men have started sleeping outside. Some weak women have started sleeping outside, which I don't subscribe to that. Understand. It has to do with understanding. You have to find a way to understand your partner. Find a way to understand them. Know their limit. Know their limit. A man, in fact, whenever they say this strength, we always see the women as the weaker side. He's not always like that. A man shared his own story. He said as early as 4:35 in the morning, the wife have already removed his boxers, started touching him. In fact, he will not tell the wife, I'm not in the mood, I'm tired. She will tell him, don't worry, just relax, I will do myself, I will climb. He will touch the man, early morning. After the first round, the same woman will tell the man, I'm not satisfied though, we're going again. And she's only the one on top. This one is actually very active, unlike some women. The man now said, if he doesn't leave the house in a hurry, in the morning alone, they will take 3 rounds in the morning. And the wife will still be like, if you come back, we'll continue where we stopped. The man now said that the fact, if he's not going on the road, that sometimes he feels like he wants to fall, that he feels empty inside of him. So this kind of a thing will advise people, please relate with your partner according to their strength. Let it not be all about you, Consider your partner. What is their strength? How much can they go? If their strength is not that strong, consider them. They must not be active as you are. Consider them, relate with them. You also, as I relating with you, also relate with your partner. Try to upgrade your own self too. Try to be more flexible. So the place of this thing, so that it won't be a problem again in marriage. All right, thank you. And we have another question here. My husband still chats with his ex. What should I do? Wow. This matter is actually a very sensitive matter. This case is from a woman, but it happens even the women are guilty, the men are also guilty. Whereas you are married and you are still communicating with your exes, you are chatting them, they are still chatting you. And I will say this story, I like to tell stories so that you will understand and these are life stories. Don't think they are fiction that we just bring them up to teach. No, these things are happening in marriages. A man came across something in the way his wife phone. What was that? The ex of the woman chatted the woman up, her ex, and they were getting along by text, WhatsApp message. They were just getting along by chat. The guy will chat. At the time, the guy started reminding the lady, the wife, how they used to be together when she was single, and how he used to take her to hotels. All this, they will know all this erotica, was bringing all these erotica memories, bringing it back. And from the response of the woman, she was actually enjoying the conversation, yes. But something that happened. In fact, it got to a point that the man snapped his manhood, erected manhood, and forward to the woman. And now told her, say, I can't wait to have you around again. I'm gonna devour you. What was the woman's response? The woman now said to the man, this boy, you have not changed. Please leave me. Come, now she now put all this smile sticker. And they were still chatting. Now, I don't know how it happened, but the husband picked the wife phone, opened the chat, and saw that chat. And saw where the man sent his manhood to the wife. And once you see that kind of message in your partner's phone, the next thing you want to check is their reply to that kind of a thing. Not so that the wife only just smiled and say, you have not changed and you will not change. And the man could not understand that message. He called the wife and told the wife, I saw a message, this. The wife was trying to tell the man that actually he's my ex. In fact, I've told you about him before. And he said, yes, you've told me about him, I know. But he never told me you still communicate with him to the point that he will send this kind of a message to you. And you still keep the message. You could not reply him well. That maybe, I'm married, please stop sending me that kind of message. Do you know this thing escalated to a point that the man was threatening to send the woman back to her father's house? Because the man he couldn't understand the message. What's the message? I'm trying to pass a message here. Know the place of X in your marriage. X means past, belongs to your past. You don't bring your ex into your marriage. It's an error. It's a big error. Well, it has to be, would that be communication? I don't stop communication. But be sure that the communication you are having with your ex is not anything that have to do with, can we see again? Not anything that have to do with him or her reminding you of how good you guys used to be before. If such a thing still happens, it's a problem. Because of course, if there was sex between you guys before, and any chance comes again that you stay together in a place, there are chances that you will still end up having sex again. And which is a problem, a very big problem. So if as a man, as a woman, you still communicate with your exes, be careful, it is not good. Don't say, I'm the man, I can do everything I want to do. Like I will always ask myself, whenever an issue is raised in my home, I will always ask myself, if it were me, how would I take this matter? Let me say my own story. One day, something happened to me one day. I traveled. That day I didn't travel with my car. So now I was now coming back. I met this lady in the bus. I got along, we got along with her. We just chatted, normal chat. For the very at the end of the chat, I collected her number. Something that I'm not used to anyway. So and I came back home. I told my wife, I said, I met a lady in the car. And we exchanged number. She actually thought this was a joke, but it was actually true. I told her, I said, but not like I have anything evil in mind. Of course, if I have anything evil, I won't even tell her in the first place. But I told her that this is something I've not done before. Somebody I met inside the bus and collecting her number. So the next morning, I was together with my wife. We were together, we were having a gist, and this number called me. Guess what? The lady called me. And while I was taking her call, I noticed that my wife's countenance was very bad. Was very, very bad. I now told the lady, please, I will call you back. I ended the call. My wife now asked me, who is the woman that called? I said, I told you yesterday that I collected the number yesterday. I came back yesterday that the lady just called me. And my wife was so mad at me. The way she raised the matter up, I was trying to tell her that, listen, if I have anything bad intention about this, but I will not tell you. She now asked a question which I will not forget. She asked me, if it were me that collected the number from a man, a man I just met inside the bus, and the man now calls me, how will I feel? That question was actually heavy. I will not lie to you. She was right. I will not like it. I will not like it. So I was very sincere that I have to apologize to her, that it was a mistake I did, that I ought to be more careful next time. So the thing is, if you are still chatting with your ex and you say you are a man and nothing is there, it's not wrong, nothing is wrong. What if your wife is the one that is chatting with her own ex? Will you have issue with that? If you have issue with that, please don't do it to your wife. Don't assume you are a man. You guys are partners. So whatever thing you will not take, whatever thing you will not like her to do, don't do it to her. Please don't do it to her. I beg you. It's not normal. Now, the place of X should belong to the past. Everything you do with X should be open. Should be open. Even your wife should be aware. There should be no secret meeting with an ex. There should be no special invitation with your ex when you are married, except you want to have a very bad marriage. But if you want to have a happy home, is not normal. The next question, say my partner keeps malice a lot. What should I do? I say this is part of what I said before, that one of the qualification for relationship is maturity. You see, mature people don't actually keep malice. And just like I've been my kind of a person, I don't like people giving me attitude. If you have issue with me, speak out. Though that somehow I've not been too helpful anyway, because you meet some classes of people, different type of people. But the truth is this: malice is never a way of settling differences. If you feel offended on something, confront the issue. Talk about it. Call your partner to that thing and let them know you are not happy with that thing. It's a way of settling. It's better. You know, sometimes we imagine too much that they should know, they should know, they should know. In my last video, I think I told us about a guy who just got married, and the lady was actually not happy with the husband. Something happened, they had misunderstanding. Because of the misunderstanding, the lady was so angry with the husband, and the guy happened to be a very careless type. He wakes up in the morning, dressed to work, eats his breakfast and go. He come back in the night, and the wife, don't forget, is very angry. She's very angry with the man. So the problem is not that the man himself did not know that the woman was actually angry. It was a serious issue. The man will come back, the woman will be frowning, and the man did not even know. He will say, ask the man, woman, where's my food? She'll bring food, the man will eat. He will have his bath. He will just tell him one or two things that made for the things that happened in the day, and they will retire to bed. But all this while this was happening, the woman was not happy. I think after 3 days, the third day, the woman was not. The woman now confronted the man. Said, "What's even wrong with you? You can't even ask me why I'm angry with you." And the man was kind of, "You mean you're angry? Since when? Huh? What happened?" And the woman said, "Are you that careless?" He now told him what he did 3 days ago that got her very angry. And the man said, "And I didn't notice that you're not even happy. I didn't notice for 3 days. You didn't notice." You know, I said, "But why didn't you tell me that very first thing happened? I should have apologized over it now. Why keeping it for 3 days?" So keeping malice is a problem. Learn to speak out. Don't assume they know that you're not happy. They may not even know. Sometimes even the attitude we show people when we are not happy is a problem on its own. Because you're not happy, you just make your partner very unhappy too. Speak out about it. Tell them you're not happy. It's not actually a big deal. This thing, I'm not happy. This thing that happened makes me very angry. I'm not happy. And you guys will settle it. So it's not ideal. To keep malice is not ideal. You know, these are things that we look at. They ask us these questions. There are other questions that, of course, maybe in our next video I will bring up some other questions they ask us in relationship. Things that happen in relationship, things that happen. A lot of things are happening. A lot of problems, a lot of misunderstandings. A lot. There are so many. So today, this is the one we're going to talk about today. Trusting God that by next time we're going to expand it even more. And please, and like I've said, relationship, marriage is a very beautiful thing. But first of all, if you're not married and you want to get married, the first thing to look out for is not the amount or the kind of money he have in his account, or the kind of the way she appears, what she will help. No, check out what we call the compatibility, how much you guys flow together. Check out your visions in life. Check out if it's in alignment with her own. If, for example, that, and this is a mistake a lot of people are doing, you ask a woman, which kind of a man do you want to have as a husband? He will say, you want a godly man, God-fearing man, God-fearing, handsome man, God-fearing, maybe with open teeth. Those things are very good. But also ask yourself, that God-fearing man that is handsome, which kind of a woman will he wants to marry? Make yourself that woman. And you as a man that's looking for a graduate as a woman, you're looking for the beautiful woman, handsome, beautiful, looking for, all your standard, everything you have. Also ask yourself, this kind of a woman I want to marry, which kind of a man would she like to marry? Make yourself that man, and you will meet that one you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. Please follow our pages, subscribe to our page on YouTube, subscribe to our page on Facebook. Please, we are looking forward to this. We need your support to make Jet Love a brand. Please, if you're not here, of course, our being here will make no meaning. Subscribe to our page, tell people about us, share our videos, like, comment, tell us what you think about our videos. If you're not doing it well, tell us. If you're doing it well, also tell us. Let your people know, your friends know about it. And if you want us to handle any question as touching this maybe in our next video, put your question to us. Put them to us. Thank you very much. We appreciate you for listening. Thank you. See you some other time. Thank you very much.